the disease, leukemia, and I wanted him to have a minute to talk about what the Peckham Center is, where the money's really going. So Patrick, you want to come up and just share your story a little bit?
This coming September, I'll be turning 23 years old on September 15th, and 3 days later is kind of my rebirth day, and it'll be 6 years from the day I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's T-cell lymphoma. And it's pretty much really similar to leukemia, but they both affect your blood. And I still remember that day getting diagnosed and seeing my mom's face and just seeing the terror that is cancer. And that first week I had 2 procedures, I had a surgery, I had 2 chemos, and that was the start of everything. And the nurses and everyone at the Peckham Center, which deals with all kinds of blood disorders, are the reason that week was a little bit easier on us. And cancer is not something that's ever easy. And I mean, I had the routine chemo, radiation, everything that the normal patients got, but my story kind of changed because I got diagnosed with something else, also fighting cancer. And most people think cancer is kind of the worst thing you can get, and that's almost the hardest thing you'd have to deal with. But while fighting cancer, I got diagnosed with a fungal infection called mucor, which most people have never heard of, but that infection, it has over a 90% death rate, even higher when you don't have an immune system. And at the time when I got diagnosed with that, I had no immune system. When I got diagnosed with that, the doctors and the nurses kind of all came to some type of agreement that I wasn't going to make it through that night. And then that next week they said, he's probably not going to make it through this week, and things kept getting worse. My scans weren't clearing up, and I had to stop chemotherapy to fight fungal infection so that I could get some type of immune system. Luckily, the Peckham Center is state-of-the-art. They have the best nurses, doctors. They all worked endless hours to kind of help my situation, call doctors from all over the world, and we ended up finding a medicine that wasn't even out on the market yet, but somehow they did the research and they found it, and I ended up getting clear of that fungal infection. And then January 23rd, 2009, I was announced in remission from both mucor and cancer. And to be honest, that was the biggest mark in my life, and that is one of the biggest accomplishments I think I'll ever have. But for me, that is just one lucky story, and I really got lucky. And there's so many people that are still in there fighting today and that have fought a lot harder than me. I have good friends that by the age of 13 had fought for 7 years of their life and didn't make it through their battle. And the Peckham Center is one of those places that all the donations that you give, everything that they get from fundraisers and from generous people like you guys, that's how we all can survive, and that's what gives all of us hope that one day cancer will be gone. And I thank all of you so much for coming in and doing this event, and I thank Loopers Against Leukemia and Jay and everyone that has ever been affected by cancer and wanting to do more for the community. And I mean, we really are a tight community, and I mean, I know kids that have fought cancer all around the country now thanks to different foundations. And I mean, seeing you guys here and you guys doing this golf tournament and being a part of it, it's definitely inspired me to keep fighting and inspired me to keep spreading the word. And I just want to thank all of you for being here today, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done.